When one thinks of festivals in India, the first image that comes to mind is of Diwali, the festival of lights. Diwali is famously marked by festivities and rituals including the lighting of lamps and firecrackers. But what exactly are the origins of this festival? There is no one answer to this as legends surrounding the festival vary regionally. However, the theme of good over evil runs throughout the celebrations in this day across the country. The most popular origin story celebrates Diwali as the victorious return of Lord Ram to Ayodhya after defeating Ravan in Lanka and serving 14 years in exile. Now, let's have a look at the events that led up to the arrival of Lord Ram through painting. This Pahadi painting from the region of Guler depicts the last battle between Ram and Ravan, where forces of good versus evil were face to face against each other. Ram, seated on two white horses, wears yellow robes that beautifully contrast with his dark blue complexion, identifying him as an avatar of Lord Vishnu. Struck by an arrow, Ravan's 10 heads and arms are shown falling apart, as his army of demons continues to engage in combat with Ram's Vanar Sena. The gods from heaven witness this spectacle. The Guler painting is characterized by a subdued color palette, delicate outlines of figures, and soft facial features. Complex composition masterfully conveys the dynamism and the movement while taking care of individual characteristics of each figure. After the fall of Ravan, which is celebrated as Dashera, Vibhishan, the half-brother of Ravan and devotee of Lord Ram, was put on the throne of Lanka with Lord Ram's blessing. In this painting, executed in the early Bikaner style, we see vertical division in composition where the ocean is seen to the left. The green ground is sparsely decorated. This early Bikaner painting is identifiable by archaic and rather disproportionate floral motifs, a typical Bikaner pagdi sported by Vibhishan, and three pointed crowns on Ram and Lakshman. The very simplistic yet stylized line drawing treatment of water and the lack of any perspective points to an early. Soon after the end of the war, Sita was set free from captivity at Ashok Vatika and brought to Lord Ram. But keeping the public opinion in mind, Lord Ram would only accept her after she proved her chastity by undergoing a trial by fire or the Agni Pariksha. In this Kangra masterpiece, we see a continuous narrative of this episode. Sita sits on a burning pyre on the right, clad in red, an auspicious color for a married woman. She is carried out of the pyre by Agni Dev, and she comes out unscathed as a proof of her purity. On the left, Ram and Sita, reunited, are seated on a rock, while gods Shiv, Brahma and Indra and Agni witness their union, and other devtas in their Udan Khatolas gather in the skies to witness this spectacle. Now I'm going to show you a painting that shows the next episode of this narrative. It's a scene where Hanuman prevents Bharat from jumping into the fire. Bharat had made a vow to end his life if Ram did not return on the completion of the 14 years of exile. To inform Bharat of his return before he follows through on his vow, Ram sent Hanuman as a messenger. In this Mysore-style painting, we see Hanuman stopping Bharat from jumping into the pyre, informing him about the arrival of Ram on the Pushpak Viman. Bright, flat red ground, low relief gesso work, and fine gold gilding is used in this painting. The heavily bejeweled figures are depicted in a graceful manner and modelled on classical sculptures such as the Vijayanagar idils. So what happens when Lord Ram returns? When Lord Ram arrives in Ayodhya, the city dwellers decorate the city with flowers, lamps and other festivities in his welcome. In this Kangra painting of the Raja Sansar Chand period, which is roughly around late 18th, early 19th century, Ram, Lakshman and Sita enter the palace along with sage Vashisht and the Vanar Sena. They are welcomed by the royal mothers Kaushalya, Sumitra and Kaikai. Ram and Sita prostrate in front of their mothers, taking their blessings, while Lakshman takes the blessings of Bharat as well. The painting faithfully depicts the text with the characters of the narrative labelled. On the right, people watch the scene from their windows. While the landscape is naturalistically drawn, the architecture on the left seems chunky and flat with a lack of perspective. Hopefully, I've been able to take you through the episodes in the Ramayana that illustrate the time between the death of Ravan and the arrival of Lord Ram back to Ayodhya. which marks the celebration of Diwali.